Hi Libra, welcome. So Libra, this is going to be your you versus them reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind that it's a general reading, so the roles may be reversed. Feel free to flip it if you need to. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and let's go ahead and get into it. So Libra, the first card out is the card of Gemini. You may have that in your chart, be dealing with someone who has that in their chart, and or it's just the influencing vibes. This is talking about communication, curiosity, variety seeking, socializing. At its best, this can be a very collaborative and brilliant energy here, but at its worst, it can be a bit restless, fidgety, anxious, and superficial. So something to keep in mind, Libra, as we go into April. And let's see what your overall crowning energy is. And I also want to say that I have the same song stuck in my head that I had when I did the Virgo reading. So if you're connecting with a Virgo or you have Virgo in your chart, check out that reading. The song is Mario by the artist Mario, and I think it's called Let Me Love You. So check that out, Libra. So in your overall crowning energy, you have the card of trust and creativity. Okay, Taurus energy here for some of you, but this is like asking you to step back and have a little bit of faith, have a little bit of trust that, you know, the universe really does have your back and it's bringing about what's best for you, whether you can understand it in the moment or not. This is also talking about sparking your creativity, your passion, feeling inspired again, Gemini, and you get into that mode of inspiration when you're in the mode of trust, right? Because you can't feel inspired and insecure at the same time. So it's almost like by finding your security, you also open up the gateway to inspiration, and that's kind of how you call in new energy to you. Now, this person has the Eight of Pentacles, which is talking about dedication and working on oneself and doing things that build them up or give them a greater sense of stability. So I feel like that's kind of where this person is focused right now. And then I just noticed too, at the bottom of the deck, you have the Lovers, which is more Gemini energy, but also it signifies soulmate connection, twin flame, if you believe in that. The connection with your lower and higher self all being highlighted. And then you have the card of adventure. So this is talking about exploring new ways of doing things, exploring, for some of you, new connections or new ways to connect within this connection, Libra. So that's kind of what we have to get us going. Let's get further into it. We're going to look at your recent past energy, and then we're going to look at your perception of each other, how you genuinely feel underneath it all, and then the most likely future outcomes. So Libra, let's get into it. Recent past energy for my Libras. You have the Six of Wands, the Moon, the Lovers. Oh my gosh, you have the same card 3 times. Okay, so there's definitely a significant connection showing up, whether it's with this person or just, you know, someone in your life. But I feel like because this is a you versus them, this is signifying the person you're connecting with, okay? But take it as it resonates. I just feel like in the recent past, you've been successful in kind of overcoming some of your shadows, some of your darker emotions, taking better care of yourself, your environment, caring more about yourself, Libra. And you may have had to give up a connection in the past, and or give up the need to always put others before yourself, as that's definitely a Libra trait, okay? Especially for my feminine Libras, especially if your moon is in Libra. But it's like giving up the need to put everything on your plate, you know, and to prioritize yourself for a while and get in touch with your emotions, get in touch with your intuition, get in touch with your more spiritual self and feeling successful. So I feel like a lot of you have gotten into this space of loving yourself, of being there for yourself. And because of that, some of you, there's a connection that showed up or is showing up during this time frame, okay? Because it's when we are loving self that we often call in our equivalent, our soulmate, our twin flame, whatever you want to call it. So, and or when we reconnect, right, with the person that means the most to us in a meaningful way, in a higher vibrational way, we must first be in a high vibration to call that out of another, right? So I feel like there's been some accomplishment around that, Libra. And let's see what this person's recent past energy is for you, Libra. Recent past. The Four of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, the Chariot, and the Ace of Cups. So person you're connecting with, Libra, I feel like they've been really holding out, okay, for success, for love, for adventure, for the right person, for the right timing, for the connection for some of you. But I definitely get the words holding out. So I feel like this person is also been in the space of working on themselves and not just like willing to give of themselves to just anyone. You know, I get like the word selective. So I feel like this person has been selective or is very selective with who they share their world with, who they share their finances with, who they share their love with. Like this person is not always an open book either. They can be difficult to read, but they're definitely someone who holds on to, you know, what they want, right? So I feel like even borderline possessiveness is what I heard, but it's more of valuing what they have, okay, on a higher vibration. All right, on a lower scale, it could be, if they dip into their insecurities, more of a possessive vibe. All right, Libra, but I feel this person feels connected to you. So let's go into perception then and see how you're perceiving each other in the current moment. And keep in mind that perception is in the eye of the beholder. So it may be how you see it, but it may not be how this person sees it. You have the Seven of Swords, Page of Swords. Uh-oh. Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups. Holy cow. Queen of Swords. There's 3 queens here. Okay, so this is definitely reminding me of the Virgo reading from yesterday for sure. And then you have the Death and Rebirth card and the 3 of Swords. Please check out that reading. Maybe even if you don't have Virgo in your chart, I feel there's some sort of connection there, okay? So there's a lot of distrust showing up here in the way that you see this person, a lot of skepticism. Some of you, a lot of stalking, like looking into someone, investigating, seeing what they're all about. I get this as coming from your energy, Libra. But it could be vice versa, as it is a general reading. They could have been doing that to you. But it concerns me that there's multiple people here. And this is what's reminding me of the reading I posted yesterday, is that it's like there seems to be, you know, other people involved here, and or say that this person is new in your life. You could be like, I hate to say this, like you could be doing like a full investigation on, you know, everybody connected to this person, or like looking in deeper into things, like trying to figure out, you know, what they got going on, or if they're talking to other people, or like I said, it could be that this person was doing that to you, Libra. So take it as it resonates, and don't make this reading resonate if it doesn't, because it's super specific right off the bat. But it's like, you know, I feel like a lot of distrust, you know, and like I said, this card talks about feeling like something is not what it seems, and kind of looking into that. Now, to move away from that message and to go towards the more general message, it could also be, Libra, that these are the 3 parts of you, you know, and one side of you not really trusting, maybe lending you know, going into your shadow and trying to figure out things. The other part of you, very emotional at times and wanting to be vulnerable. And then this very almost ego driven or like passion driven part of you showing up. And it's just a whirlwind of thinking and emotions. And you may find yourself, you know, during this time frame, like your mood's moving around a lot, or the way that you're viewing the connection or this person is moving around a lot. Like one day you feel passionate, the next day you don't trust them. One day you feel emotional, and then the next day, you know, like you don't care. I don't know. Like there's a lot of variety showing up in like how you're viewing the connection, which I think is super interesting. So let's see where this person's head is at for you, Libra. The Knight of Wands, the World, and I feel like a very serious, you know, energy as well. Okay. The World, the Knight of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Death and Rebirth card, Scorpio energy for some of you. So when it comes to this person's perception, you know, they're in this space of like wanting to be a little bit more playful, have more action in their life, have more adventure in their life, right? And I feel like they don't want to settle for just enough. Like this person is looking for more than enough, okay? And I feel that they've come full circle from where they were in the past and looking to move forward, but they do have doubt in their mind, Libra. And it's like their perspective changes a lot too. So unbeknownst to you, like this person also changes their mind a lot, or, you know, may have changed their perception of the connection, or they're going through that right now. And it's because there is like insecurity showing up and doubt and uncertainty. And like I'm getting the song, Should I Stay or Should I Go? Like in one hand, this person feels like they, again, are happy and they've come full circle and things are going well. And then on the other hand, it's almost like this escapist energy where it's like when they feel doubtful, when they feel insecure, they almost want to like escape the situation or end, you know, like extremist. I get like an extremist type of vibe, right? Like they go to extremes in their mind when they're not feeling the best or when they feel some uncertainty in the connection. And then that song is coming through so clearly that I got yesterday where he says, "Baby, I just don't get it. Do you enjoy being hurt?" So let's go into the, let's go deeper. Let's go into the emotions, into the heart space. What's going on there for Libra, the Hierophant, the Ace of Pentacles. God, too many cards. The King of Pentacles, the Sun. Maybe I just don't get it. The High Priestess. So I feel like Libra, you're trying to use your intuition to do what's right in the connection. And now some of you feel intuitively drawn to this person. You have 3 cards of soulmate twin flame energy. And there's this part of you that is committed or wants to commit if you're not currently committed. And have more stability in your life. Or it's like when this person is stable, like that's the person you want to commit to. But in your mind, it's like, I heard benefit of the doubt. It's like in your heart, you give the benefit of the doubt, or you want to give the benefit of the doubt, or you do when this person is stable. But then in your mind, you still question them or question what they're doing, what they're up to. Like there's still that going on in the head space, even though in the heart space, it's like you actually kind of know that you're committed to seeing this through, or that there is commitment and happiness here, stability here for you. Your intuition kind of led you to this space, but I feel like your head space isn't lining up with your heart space, right? So the head space seems tricky, and then the heart space committed, if that makes sense. So it's almost, some of you have committed, you know, to seeing something through, or possibly this connection, but yet you doubt it, or you doubt if it's what you hope, or what's right for you, or but you don't doubt it on a spiritual level, on an emotional level, which tells me that you at minimal understand the reason for the connection in your life, because otherwise you wouldn't be so drawn to it. And yes, so let's see, let's go a bit deeper into this person's emotional space, Libra. The Strength card. The Knight of Cups. The Five of Swords. The Devil. Let's see what the Devil's about. Ah! Oh gosh, too much. Nine of Swords and the Three of Swords came out. I'm not going to keep this. Actually, I'm going to reference that. I feel like that's a whole story there. But in this person's heart space, Libra, like, I feel like they're trying to be strong and confident and romance the connection, or they're open to romance. Like, it's almost like when this person is feeling confident, that's when they're magnetic, right? When they're in their higher self and they're presenting themselves that way, it's like they're everything, right? And then when they go into their lower self, okay, there is a lot of ruminating, a lot of fixating, a lot of maybe even headaches or tension showing up. This person is afraid of either breaking your heart or getting heartbroken, or if there has been some sort of hurt, they're fixated on that. Okay, so I keep getting that lyric, do you enjoy being hurt? I don't know if that's like a question, like an actual question. I think it's a rhetorical question. Who enjoys that? But sometimes people do. Sometimes people thrive off the adrenaline, to be honest with you. So I do want to see what this additional message was. I feel like this person's trying to come to peace with it and focus on the things that are worth their time, and to kind of stand their ground and continue to work on themselves. They're wanting the Ten of Cups. So, you know, this is like love, family, happiness, joy, feeling inspired to maybe even change their life or change direction or make a big decision. Or maybe they have already made this big decision that is going to change everything, right? There's something that they need to let go of, that they are going to let go of, or they're being called to, that's going to call this in for them, right? So I feel like it's almost like it's as simple as like this person making a decision to relinquish the past or the fear, or I get the word trepidation, okay? And as they move away from that in their mind and they move towards this higher level of thinking, it's like really that's all that's needed for things to improve in their life, or maybe improve in the connection. So let's see what's going on for the future energy. And keep in mind, all the future energy can be changed with free will. The Four of Wands, the Page of Wands. Never worry about what I do. King of Wands. There's the Eight of Pentacles 3 times. 6 of Pentacles. So Libra, this is like you focusing on what's important to you, your home, your family. There's this new inspiration coming through, right? And it's coming through the space of feeling clear, getting rest. You might even have inspiration come through the dream state or through a meditation state, but there's something that the universe is trying to hand to you that's going to lend to more stability in your life and more passion. I feel like a lot of you are in the space of, like I said, working on yourself, and that's calling in more passion and trusting a little bit. So I get trust issues, trust issues, trust issues, trust issues. And which is interesting. It's not, it sounds like it's something that's like really easy to overcome, but it's not, because it's a developed pattern, Libra, of, you know, I'm not saying you see the worst before you see the best, but it's more so of like looking for underlying motives or reasons that throw you off of your path. And a lot of people do that because they don't want to be made a fool of, right? They don't want to just believe something at surface level. But it's like the more you dig for problems, the more problems you will find, and you almost kind of create your own dissatisfaction. And some would say, oh, so just ignore, you know, that they have this, this, and this going on. And I'm saying, no. Use your discernment, okay? It's not to say not to use your discernment, but know that you get what you focus on, whether you want it or not. And so when you look for the underlying motive, you'll uncover it, because the law of attraction will give you what you're looking for. But is that really what you want, I guess? And you can find something wrong with pretty much everyone on the planet if you look hard enough, but you could also find something right with everyone on the planet if you look hard enough. So it's partly where your mind is at as well. I don't know why I'm going into all of this. This could even apply outside of the connection, just how you view others in general or life in general, and just something to keep in mind. And I'm also getting the word imply. So there's like this message too about reading in between the lines and implying something, or maybe you feel something was implied, like in the tone or the way something was said or done, and that caused you, Libra, to, because I keep getting, what are you implying? So yeah, it's like, so kind of a weird energy. It's a little bit of a paranoia as well, but it's like almost like trying to feel something out in your mind, even though your heart already knows the truth. But like maybe you feel like, okay, well, my heart's stupid sometimes, so maybe I need to think this through. But I feel like, Libra, your heart is guiding you in the right direction, and it's often the mind that plays tricks on us, not necessarily the heart space. Because the mind is ruled primarily by the ego, unless you've done some spiritual work and you are connecting to your higher self at times. And the ego will run amok if you let it, right? But your emotions will tell you the truth. Your intuition will tell you the truth. So anyways, some of you do have like an onlooker here, or somebody that has their eye on you. FYI, it could be this person, could be outside of the connection. It's someone that wants to build or work with you, or, you know, have some sort of equal exchange, okay? And like I said, it could be this person, right? But it could also be outside of the connection. So let's see this person's most likely future outcome. Oh my gosh. So many. All right, I cannot take all of those. We have the Hierophant. I'm actually going to reshuffle these. Reshuffle. We don't have time for all that, right? All right, the Hierophant, the Justice card, which is your card, Libra. The Four of Cups. The Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. So this person is heavily focused on what they're feeling called to. So if they're feeling called to the connection, that's where their focus is. And they're kind of ignoring other possibilities, other opportunities, because of the hyper fixation on the connection. If it's not on the connection, then it's just like this person feels called to a higher purpose, right? And they are going through some changes, and it's like nothing else will do, because I'm also getting Nothing Else Matters. It's a song by Lauryn Hill. But you. Nothing else matters but you. So I feel a heavy focus, right, on the Libra energy from this person. And if anything's not measuring up, it's like they're not interested in diddly squat. That's the first word that came to mind. Or like piddly paddly. That's not a word. Like piddly, I don't know, new. See, because there's new opportunities and there's new connections or something new, if nothing else, new energy that wants to come in for this person. And they're like, yeah, not interested. And I don't want something new. I'm focused on what I currently have or this connection and looking for a balance there. And like completely ignoring, you know, other potentials, let's call it that, other potential opportunities here because of the hyper fixation that they have, right? And it's good, it's romantic or good in a way, but in another way, it makes them restless, right? And they're not always allowing the energy to flow in a healthy way. Sometimes it gets very toxic where they get in their own way and then they get stuck in their own shadow and it produces anxiety. But I feel like, yeah, this person is just not interested in something new right now. They're interested in finding balance. They're interested in having peace in their life. They're interested in commitments and kind of going this, like I said at the very beginning, there's this very particular energy here showing up, like this person being very particular about what they want and not necessarily being open to the universe providing them something outside of what they've got their mind set on. Because I'm now getting the song, I Got My Mind Set on You. So let's see what the guidance is. Dream talk. Didn't I say that earlier? Your subconscious constantly and subtly speaks through your dreams. It's just one of the many ways in which your soul and those in the spirit world can reach out to you through symbols, messages, and more. So, as I was saying earlier, you might be getting inspiring ideas or intuitive hits during the dream state. Take note of your dreams, Libra. But also in the meditation state. Like, I know, okay, so I know if I get a thought that when I'm in my lower self, say I'm in a bad mood or I'm in the gutter, if I get a thought, it's likely paranoia, not intuition, because I'm not a match to my higher self. I'm not in receptive mode. Vice versa. When I'm in my higher self, when I'm feeling good, when I'm feeling clear and I'm meditating and my mind is clear, and then I go to sleep and I have a dream, or that meditation calls through a visual, I can trust that that's not paranoia, that's the truth, that's intuition. So that's how I differentiate between what thoughts to believe and what thoughts are likely me being paranoid. So I don't know if you need help, if you've needed help discerning the difference, Libra, but there you go. That's how you do it. And then this person has just ask. There are many here in the spirit world that can assist you. We're made up of divine source, loved ones, friends, guides, angels, spirits, and helpers. We're your spiritual team, and all you have to do is ask. So this is an encouragement to this person and you to call on your guides, to ask for help, because we're in a law of attraction universe, not a law of insertion universe. We all have spirit able to assist us, but unless you ask, they cannot give. So remember to ask, then allow yourself to receive. So Libra, wow. Very interesting, deep reading. I hope this resonated with you. Zodiac signs you could be connecting with. I felt Virgo energy right away. Sagittarius, Gemini, Taurus, Pisces, Leo, Scorpio. Okay, Libra. Could be another Libra. Aquarius, Pisces, Scorpio again, Taurus again, Leo again, and Cancerian energy. but take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I also, sorry, have Sagittarius Capricorn here. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can find me also on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff. I do have videos and content over there. Tarot Time with Dana is the name of all my platforms. All of it located in the description box, as well as the About section of my YouTube. Otherwise, wishing you the very, very best. And until next time, my friends, namaste. Bye.